Requiem.
So, I've been playing a lot of different games. I've been playing like WWE, a little bit of Cyberpunk PS5, and I decided to go back to the Switch and really see what I was missing from my Switch. I decided to pick up Disgaea 6 again because I don't even know if you guys know. I'm pretty sure you do if you're watching this video. Disgaea 6 was announced to have a complete edition coming in June, right? Now, obviously, this will be the better edition. But the reason why I'm making this video is because generally when I first started playing the game, or at least before I first started playing the game, when I was actually seeing the trailers and I saw that they switched to the 3D, I felt a sense of like worry, because the series is near dear to me. It's one of my favorite series of all time, right? So obviously if you care for a series that much, you don't want it to change too much, to the point where you don't even recognize it anymore. And I felt like that was happening. Today I want to say my opinion has changed on the 3D, but not simply because I just felt like, okay, it looks better on the complete edition. That's not the reason why I'm changing my mind on it. The reason I'm changing my mind on it now, when I got back to Disgaea 6 yesterday, I had about 60 hours in. Now, I didn't complete the game. The game itself, to me, they are lacking a lot of features in this particular game that I feel like a lot of the other Disgaea games had, and even beyond that, they just felt different. What I'm trying to say is basically, I just felt like they cut a lot of corners. And a comment on one of my videos, or one of the recent comments on one of my videos, talking about Disgaea 6, actually made mention of the fact that, with Disgaea kind of struggling with the money, redoing the models in 3D, it might have been difficult to actually include all those features, considering that they actually did like all new models. If you think about it, pretty much every sprite from like the Disgaea games, when they come out with DLC characters, they come out with sprites and stuff. A lot of those sprites can be reused, they can be updated to look a little better, but they're generally reused. So it makes sense if you switch to an all 3D platform that it would look different, and that not only will it look different, it would actually play different. It would be harder to implement some of the crazy over the top stuff that you've seen in the other games. To go on a very, very short tangent, like Yakuza 7 was a game I also thought there's no way it could be turn-based. I wasn't as opposed to the idea as Disgaea on 3D, but I just honestly thought could never happen. When I actually started playing it and found out how great this game actually was, my tune quickly changed. And like I said, that's pretty much it for the Yakuza topic. I just want to say, first impressions can be different. Playing Disgaea 6, I did not actually mind the 3D. In fact, I kind of enjoyed it a tiny little bit. Like, I'm not saying that I enjoy over the 2D sprites, because the 2D sprites did look beautiful, especially in Disgaea 5. But really, the only reason why I stopped playing Disgaea 6 as a whole was because it was missing a lot of features from the other games. Those features and like that level of scope. I feel like Disgaea is a wacky game, and monster fusion and magic change was so important to me. I did not realize how important it is. It be the little things that'll be important to you that you'll never realize. This is simply to say I like the game, I just didn't complete it. I've completed every Disgaea game, at least as much as you can say you completed a Disgaea game. I've platinum a couple on PlayStation, but for being honest, it's the same reason why I didn't finish Disgaea 1. Just the lack of features, if I'm being honest. At some point, it just felt like I was moving around pieces on a board, and it just wasn't as fun to me, I remember those old, playing Disgaea 5 and just kind of magic changing into a person and just absolutely wrecking all the units on the map. So stuff like that, it's just lost to me now. And I truly believe in what this person says when they basically said that the reason why they cut all these features is, for me, I always thought it was to appeal to a more mainstream audience, because simply, if you think about it, Disgaea seems like, if you've played it, it seems like a really easy franchise to get into, but I can understand why it could be kind of difficult. I mean, look at it from a standpoint of trying to figure out all the different systems, how to level up characters, how to like min-max. It can be quite difficult, especially when you go into like post-game and, just trying to min-max your stats to the utmost complete. It can get kind of complex. So I feel like they kind of took a lot of that out to make it a little easier. Same way they did with Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. But if I'm being honest, this person definitely makes a point. Animations and things of that nature cost a lot of money. It takes a lot to actually redo models and stuff. And even though they redid the models, I was looking at some of the attacks from, like, I was looking at a video showing a lot of the attacks and stuff, and people were really talking about how they felt like the DS version, or you know, basically the weaker versions had the better attacks. And I honestly feel like I do agree. I do like seeing the attacks I've seen in 3D, but there are little things that I feel like are missing from the translation of 2D to 3D. Like the Omega spells that used to have Disgaea 5, they were absolutely amazing. Like, they were really big, you know, spells, and it feels like they're grand spells in this game, but it's just not the same. So I made this video to say, yes, I think that the move to 3D could be the move for the next generation. I do. I think it's healthy for the series going ahead, because maybe switching to animation is a lot easier, and it's, you know, it's very cost efficient. So I can definitely see why that could be a plus. But hopefully, if this game has made quite the money that they needed to make, especially with the complete edition coming out in June, hopefully we'll get some new features added back. Because like I said, if it is an attempt to just make people get into the series, like as it is, make the series a little bit more dumbed down, then it's possible they might not put those features that we're missing back in. And if we go the route of it's too cost effective, like it's too cost ineffective, then maybe putting them back in, these different mechanics, could work, considering that they are working from the second game. They won't really have to use, like, make a lot of new 3D models. So with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this Disgaea change. Like I said, for me, I've talked to many videos about the 3D. I've talked to many videos about Disgaea, but I've changed my opinion on the 3D. I feel like it's good. It's not terrible at all. I feel like it's, honestly, for me, I feel like it's comparable to the 2D. It's just a new format. The game was never, for me, the game never failed in the point of the 3D being disgusting. It failed to me for cutting a lot of the mechanics that I used to. Like I said, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.